Like I don't need Facebook to notify me every time someone says something, or Twitter for that matter. That's horrid. Sounds like a nightmare. Gideon. Yes. Actually, we're gonna go after her. No. Yeah. You wanted to stay in the back here. To throw that. Okay, that was not what you should have done. Now she's in the corner. Dead hard. I think she might have had balance, but it's too late. There's a totem below us. Actually, she's on the side of me. No, we're gonna go over here. If we take a punch, she might get off my shoulder. Good thing she didn't get punched. Beautiful. Hey, buddy. Well, phase 2. There's another guy on the side here. Maybe not. The scratch marks look fresh. Yeah. Let's see if she pops the gen. We aren't gonna patrol that. Let's see if she taps it for us. Oh, she's there. Second most done gen is over there. Okay. Well, we're gonna wait for phase 2. Buddy. Okay. Go for an unhook, Kate. There you go, Michaela. Good job. Pick up. Yes, now. Should have started crawling earlier. Yes. Oh dear, she's dead. Okay. Back to that gen from earlier. Hey guys. Let me tap this for you. Okay. Second most done gen is right above us. Do we have an upstairs hook for us? We do. Alrighty. Okay. Not exactly where I wanted to go. Yeah, this is definitely not where I went. I should have went downstairs. This shit spot, guys. These other guys way over there on the side. They're tapped. The other guy's going back right now. Oh, God. Go for drop. Bye. Make her escort. BT's up, by the way. Yes, now. Wait for it. There it is. Pallet drop. Which we don't care about because we're just going to go around. Should we get zombied? Nope. Hey, buddy. Got a W key in case she goes other way. This is a dead end. I like this should have hit. It hit. Why didn't she go freezer? The fuck is that? Okay. Can't make that. She knows it. Alright. Good guy in here. And we don't want to go over there. We have 8 stacks of SWF, and it took that long to recoil. Okay. Oh, that was a mistake. She tried to get greedy there. She was very greedy. Shame on her. Would you like another one? Nope, dead. Oh. This is a dead end. Squee! Your other friend. Dead hard. Okay. Squee! We know where she is. Yep, right here. This guy is ambitious? Ranchous? Ambitious? Rancor is what I was looking for. Oh, she's still here. Hey, buddy. Don't worry, there's a hook back here for you. You don't need to worry about it. I'll put you on the hook. We have 8 stacks. Well, it's 7 stacks of SWF, and it took us a long fucking time after we hit that thing for it to recover, which is very weird. At 4% behind us. Aw, she has like Kermit. Actually, I don't know what those are. It's like Space Person. Space Person jammies. Aw, he's so cute. Loves the tentacle, for sure. All things do. It's in their blood. Yeah. So, like, Discord notifications, like a message, is something that I'd have just, like, silently pop on my screen. I am the proto-nemesis. What are we at now? You can't do gens while dead if that's not apparent. Why can't we all get along? Why can't we all have fun together? Ah. It was easy mode, everyone to play killer, and there wouldn't be a waiting line for survivors. Very true story. Objective of not, you're now helping us win. No shit, I'm on the other team. I literally just explained this. Yeah, how dare I not play the way they want me to? How dare I not help them win, guys? Nemesis really do have a stereotype. Objective or not, you aren't helping us win. No shit. I'm the other fucking team. If you didn't figure this out, I am the other goddamn team. Maybe this isn't apparent. I have to explain this. You think it's just like one of these really stupid things. You're like, wow, there's no way that they don't know. But for some strange reason, survivors do not know that the killer is the other team. I kill them. That's what I'm supposed to do. I don't help them escape. I don't give them 8 hook states for free. Because he's like, my friend went to stage 2 and then you tunneled him out. No shit. It's literally, he's dead. He's gone. He doesn't do gens. He doesn't heal. He doesn't run distraction plays. He doesn't overwrite scratch marks. He doesn't heal other survivors. He doesn't run around the map and jack off in the corner. He's dead. He's gone. It's one of the best things you can possibly fucking do. And for some strange reason, in this game, still to this day, it's not as bad as it used to be, but still to this day, there are survivors that literally think I'm on their team. I'm not on their team. I'm not their friend. Maybe I'll be their friend, but I'm not their friend. I'm not going to help them win. And if I see an advantage, I'm going to take it because I want to win, right? But, oh, there's 4 of us. It doesn't matter. I'm on the other team. It doesn't matter how many of you there are. Because I'm on a different team, I do different things, and that's the way that I'm supposed to play the game. I'm supposed to win. I'm supposed to win in my own way, and they're supposed to stop me. And while he might say MMR is not linked to skill, that is completely false when it comes to killer. For survivors, it was generally based on who escapes, right? And then they changed it to how many people, or the team gets MMR based on, you know, how many people in the team escape, not just based on one person escaping and they get the MMR, right? They changed it a little bit, so it's more team-oriented. But for the killer, it is very much based, or it used to be based, I don't know if it still is, it used to be based on how many people you kill will determine your MMR. And that's a pretty good metric. You know why? Because survivors will try and stop you from killing them. You know why they will? Because they need the other survivors to win. It's true. Because the power curve for survivors isn't linear. It's not like, oh, you slowly go down and then you still have a chance of winning with one person. The hatch exists because you can't win with one person. It's next to impossible. Your power curve is exponential. It is, you can't even do it with one hand because my fingers don't bend back. It's logarithmic like this. Your power curve as survivor literally goes from the top and it goes like this. And when you have 3 people, it's still possible to win, but you are very much diminished in terms of power level. That's just the way it is. And with 2 people, it is incredibly difficult. It doesn't matter how many gens there are. It's incredibly difficult. It's still possible, but incredibly fucking difficult to get out. And for some strange reason, survivors don't know this. Streamers don't talk about this, by the way, because they don't seem to understand it. Even though they've been playing this game for 5 fucking years, they still don't understand how the power curve works for survivors, and they still think that they should give 8 hook states to survivors for free. If you have, you know, if the game is lax enough, if it's chill enough, and you can do that, good for you. But you generally can't just randomly run around with your dick in your hand and go, hey, here's my penis. Hey, here's my penis. Look at me hit you. Hey, here's my penis. You know, you can't do that and expect to do anything. Which is why you see killers that still play hit and run. It doesn't fucking work. It works against shit squads that have no idea what's going on. It doesn't work against good squads. They'll, even prior to MMR, even prior to Circle of Healing, they would meet up and have heal orgies where they all heal each other. And because they're on voice comms, and voice comms means a lot of coordination and teamwork happens. Coordination and organization happens, which is why I say good comms, good coordination at the end of the match, because sweat squads are almost always on voice comms. Almost always on voice comms, because it's a huge, huge benefit to them. BHVR needs to drop a ranked mode with separate rewards for those rewards, or the survivors are going to lose it. Well, they aren't, because there's still a waiting line for Survivor. It is so disheartening and demoralizing playing killer. There's a waiting line. There's 4-to-1 ratio. That means for every one killer, there's 4 survivors. There's a waiting line for these 4 guys. Not for this one guy. With the 1-to-4 ratio, for these 4 people, there's a waiting line. And that means no one wants to play this fucking guy. Yeah, no one wants to be this guy. And it doesn't matter. Like, you can talk about, oh, how many survivors are going to leave. It doesn't matter, because the queue is still in favor of killer. It pretty much hands down. As we're getting into late night games here, it seems like there's a lot of killers grinding, and there's like a 3-minute wait queue right now, 2-minute wait queue currently. But this is because cakes are running, and we've talked about the killer BP tax right now. We have survivors that don't even run cakes because they don't need to. We have survivors that don't even run flans because they literally don't need the BP. Killers need it for their add-ons all the fucking time. There's a huge tax with the amount, especially for high-end demand add-ons, like are very sparse in the tree. It doesn't matter what color they are. They just won't appear. We've talked about BP killer tax multiple times because BHVR has engineered the blood web to suck up as many points as possible. And as such, you'll see like meta perks just won't show up on the blood web. It's kind of fucked up right now because of the flans are throwing it off. But normally, like, you'll get like your meta perks just won't be common because they want you to spend BP. We talked about my favorite one is the Memorial for Shape. It probably won't work right now. Memorial for Shape is not 5,000 points or whatever it costs for a green. It is literally about 150,000 to 200,000 BP. It is incredibly rare and it will not show up in every blood web. There's greens in every blood web, but most of those are non-meta perks. And they just keep feeding you the trash that you don't need because they know that those perks suck and they know you'll spend more BP to get it. It's a catch-all. And if it's not, we've went through so many blood webs at this point, it has to be a statistic. There's no way that it's not. It's not just for him. For Nemesis, it was the eyeballs, and now ink ribbons are starting to become rare as people are starting to use them more. The eyeballs were usually really rare. Marvin's Blood was usually really rare. I don't know why people run Marvin's Blood, but they do. Big streamers. They also run the chest add-on, even though it sucks, this one. Oh god, you get to remove 1 whip from the trial, because Otz made a video on it. But Otz plays against shitters, so it doesn't matter. Shape is my perfect example where we find boatloads of other add-ons. This green Memorial is incredibly, incredibly fucking rare. It is so fucking rare. Because it's one you need. This is for stock speed, by the way. You need it. These guys are relatively common, but this guy is very rare. Yeah, inflation. Yeah, BHVR intentionally makes it. They make killer even more miserable. They intentionally make it so you don't get add-ons you need. That's just absurd. That is absolutely absurd. And you can basically, it's the same for every killer. It's just meta add-ons. It doesn't matter what I run, by the way. But add-ons that are most popular are things that people will not, like, it'll be very rare to find. And it seems to be the way that all the killers work, is just whatever meta add-ons are rare, or are not rare, are very popular, are very rare in the blood web. And once again, it doesn't matter what color they are. They'll just become more rare. There's a modifier in the back end. Yeah, anyways, it's fucking hilarious, but there's a 4-to-1 ratio. It's nothing to do. I can play however the fuck I want, and these guys aren't, like, if they quit, it doesn't matter. They're a drop in the pool, right? That's why BHVR doesn't sell, they don't sell custom Moris. They don't sell custom chase music. They don't sell custom hooks. You know, imagine if you could actually pick out hooks and buy separate hooks. Imagine that, guys, where you could literally change out the model. Not the fucking little doodad on it. No one gives a shit about that. But you could change out the hooks so the sacrifice animation is different. Or they hang differently. You know, it's functionally, it can still function the same way, but the way it looks could be different. They don't, and the reason they don't do that is because all the money is in survivors. That's why Meg has like 5 million skins. And not just talking about the licensed killers. Like, if we look here at the, we've talked about this before, if you look at the store here, and we look at the amount of skins that survivors have, 73, 83, 92. They're variations. 66, 48, 37, 43, 48, 55, 70, 80 for Fang, fan favorite. Now if we go over here and Killer, we got some of the older killers, which have a decent amount of items, 53, 56, 50, 52, 53, right? These are like the original killers. And you have Haig with 55, you have Doctor with 56, and then you have things like Demogorgon with 0, and Freddy with 0. I think you might have some custom things. Cannibal with 6. Plague is 49. I guess because she's a babe, she counts. I don't know why the dildo penis says 12. I didn't think he had this much. Oh, he has separate arms. So they added separate things to his costume, which are like little doodads. Onryo has 3. Bird Lady has 17. Cenobite 5. Nemesis 3. Trickster 38. Twins 33. Blight 42. Blight's a really old killer. Oh, you can change his back bling. Wow, that's nice. But yeah, like things that would actually be really cool. You could even make generic. So, we've talked about this before, but Moris are not specific to the killer, depending on whether, you know, they basically all have a sharp pointing stick, right? And they all do sharp pointing stick things. You can basically apply the animation from one killer to another killer, depending on what they do, and it'll functionally be the same. You might need to tweak it a little bit, but you could literally have generic Moris that you could transfer across all the killers, and you could sell it, and you'd still make bank, because assumedly there's enough killers where, you know, if someone plays Trapper and they're a Trapper main, and someone plays Penis Head, you know, if there's a transferable Mori between the two, like basically you got double sales there, right? Same thing with hooks. You could have generic hooks that transfer between the different killers. They don't need to be specific to the killer. But they don't, because the survivors are where all the money's at, because once again, there's 4 to 1, and it still has a wait time, especially during mainstream hours, there's a wait time for these 4 guys. Yeah, no one wants to be the... Well, not no one. A lot of people do not want to play that one guy, and when they do, they get people like that last group, which literally just